next question. Was the atmosphere on the set of The Greasy Strangler as quirky or light as the film itself, or was everyone very serious and strict when the cameras were off?
It was, it wasn't like a lot of laughs. It was a really serious production because we only had so much time to do this and so much money. And it was really, there wasn't a whole lot of time to like mess around.
Mhm.
It was really strict days, like 12, 14-hour days. And me and Michael shot the whole movie. I mean, we were in every day. So it was really, really hard work and serious.
The film itself seems to be similar to, from my understanding, the styles of John Waters' films and Tim and Eric, with the gross out and like more quirky style.
I think so too.
Yeah. Was there any actor that you had in mind for inspiration for your performance as Big Braden, or was this all like you were like, this is what I have to do, this is my own thing?
It kind of evolved over getting the script about 6 or 7 months prior to shooting it, then talking with Jim over that period of time, and then going to I'll back up a little bit. They had a Greasy Strangler in mind that they decided not to use, and they had paired me up with this other guy who's actually a friend of mine, and they decided not to use him for whatever reason. So we went into auditions to try to find the Greasy Strangler. So between the time I got the script and all this time of working to find the cast and everything, that's when I kind of put it together how I was going to do this thing, plus gaining weight for the role.
Mm-hmm. Well, it worked out. Your performance was honestly spot on. Every line delivery is perfect.
Thanks, man. And you know what? I really appreciate that. It took a lot of work. It took a lot of work to get that. That's why when you said, was it light? I was really like kind of freaking out. I want to get this. I want to get this. And then when we got on set, it was like really focused on keeping this character consistent.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It worked completely. My brother,
Thanks, man.
Your line delivery, I'm shit scared. My brother's like, oh, I'm going to start saying that now. That is a perfect line. And bullshit artist, of course. You're just a big smoothie. It's all perfect. It sticks in the mind.
I could lose my license. I can't do that. I could lose my license.
Sir, I cannot do that. It's not safe to use too much oil. I repeat, I could lose my license.
The next question actually comes from my friend Jay. He wanted me to ask you, who are your favorite filmmakers and who are some filmmakers that you'd like to work with?
Favorite filmmakers? Stanley Kubrick. He's dead though.
Yeah.
I'd love to work with him. Martin Scorsese. Mm-hmm. I'd love to work with Martin Scorsese. God. Who directed? Ridley Scott.
Oh, he's incredible.
Ridley Scott, man. And Jim Hosking again. I'd love to work with him. He's just a really great guy to work with. Really gets you into it, and you know. I've seen so many movies, man. When you put me on the spot like that, Ridley Scott, Martin Scorsese, horror. I wouldn't mind. People hate him, but I'd love to work with Michael Bay.
I like Michael Bay. He's talented.
He's talented. He's really freaking serious.
This has to be all grips on hand with this thing. It is not to move under the tail. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
All right, am I very Clear? Yeah. Good.
But there's a lot of TV shows I'm watching. I've been watching for TV forever, but there's directors on there you never hear of.
Yeah.
That are so great.
Yeah.
David Fincher. You've heard of him. I mean, I'd love to work with him. Fincher, man. On and on. There's so many guys, dude. But thanks for that question, Jay. You got me going.
Thank you, Jay. With your filmography being so unique in the out there styles of Greasy Strangler and even Under the Silver Lake, do you primarily want to stick to unique indie films that push the envelope, or would the idea of acting in a blockbuster be welcome?
I mean, I think that a blockbuster just happens out of, like, it's like going out to a 7-Eleven and getting a lottery ticket. You hit the lottery. I don't aspire to that. I just don't. It just, I think you'll never, I think if you aspire to that kind of thing, you'll never do any good work.
You'll be more picky and like,
you're looking for something that's monetary rather than, I mean, I've got some films coming up. We could talk about that, but they're all geared toward and pushing the envelope of strange, horror, funny, breaking the mold type of thing. So that's pretty much what I want to do.
Your IMDb points out that you worked on the sitcoms My Name is Earl and New Girl, two shows that I admire quite a bit. How does the atmosphere of sitcom sets differ from that of a film set? If they do,
it's high pressure and it's like work. That New Girl thing, the thing I did, that little bit, was a one-day thing, and I went in and I let that little walk up to the podium that I did. I did that literally the whole day, in different scenes, different shots, different turnarounds, and different. It was the whole day we did that. Crazy. And it's like consistency. It's totally different than a movie. Like, you know, I think the movie gives you a little bit more range to do something creative.
Yeah. Try your own lines out.
Yeah.
Get your style on the screen. I get that. Who are some of your favorite current actors or actresses?
I like Tom Cruise. I know that probably sounds, I always love Tom Cruise. I love, I just watched The Night Manager again. It's a British show with Tom Hiddleston.
Hugh Laurie, right? And Tom Hiddleston.
Hugh Laurie. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. What a freaking phenomenal. And Tom Hiddleston.
Oh, yeah.
Just great, dude. Great. Phenomenal. And these TV shows I'm watching. Bryan Cranston. I'm watching his new show. That new show, Your Honor.
I haven't started it yet, but I love Bryan Cranston.
And I like J.K. Simmons.
Oh yeah, his range is incredible.
He's great. On and on and on. Just, you know, most of them are TV. Well, J.K. Simmons did Whiplash. He's done movies. I guess they've all done movies, but yeah.
You were saying you've been watching a lot of TV shows and films lately. What are just some of your favorite recent films or TV shows? Do you have like favorites of the year? It's been a sparse year.
His Dark Materials.
I need to watch that. That's the HBO one, right?
Two seasons I've watched already. Oh man, great.
Nice.
And I have to look at my show list. I've got. Where are you out of? Where's your?
I'm in New York, like Western New York near Buffalo.
I'm originally from Pittsburgh, man.
Oh, nice.
3 hours from Buffalo.
Yeah.
And the guy that I'm working with now, the director writer, is in Rochester, and we're going to go to Germany to film our movie.
Seriously?
Yeah, we got this deal going, and we're just preparing now, doing stuff, casting people, and
that's awesome.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's not often you get a big filmmaker out of like Western New York, Rochester region, because the last big one was like Vincent Gallo, and hasn't done much.
Eric is like 27, 28 years old. I did a couple. He's done a feature film before. I've done a couple shorts with him and horror stuff. So we've been writing together. And right before this pandemic, this company in Germany wanted to do our movie called Saving Szymanski. It's not a horror movie. It was like a real life thing about a mom and pop store in wherever, Rochester, that was going under, and really heartfelt type stuff. Really great thing. Comedy, heartfelt drama, but no horror in it. And then the pandemic happened, and they're like, we can't do this right now. So he came back to us and said, let's do something that's a horror thing that we could shoot in like 2 or 3 weeks. Szymanski would take months to do. So we wrote something, and it's gonna be pretty crazy, dude.
Excited. I like the crazy stuff.
Yeah.
You said earlier you would like to work with Jim Hosking again when I asked about directors you work with. Would you be open to another film with Michael St. Michaels directed by Jim? Maybe in the same style or something different?
Well, it's funny. This company in Germany that I was just talking about, they approached me originally about funding the Greasy Strangler 2.
Oh my gosh. So
I said, yeah, man, I mean, do you guys have initially I said, do you guys have the money? And he's like, well, we're doing a movie now that's like 3.5 million euros. And I'm like, okay, that's money. You can do the Greasy Strangler 2 with that. So I put him together with Elijah Wood and Spectrovision, and they did emails back and forth. And then the pandemic happened. And everything just stopped. So that'll get revisited again. And whether Jim jumps on board, I don't know. They may, I hope so. It's his vision.
Yeah.
It's cool. Not, I can't imagine any other director wrapping their brain around this to the point where, like, Yeah. Run and crawl and do whatever you'd have to do. I think it'd be great. I think that could put both of them on the map big time. If you got Jim involved and did a Greasy 2.
Yeah, especially with the following the first one's been getting, that'll be huge.
Yeah.
Again, like
this following is just growing and growing. It's crazy.
What advice would you give to any aspiring actors?
I'd say keep doing what you're doing, whatever you're doing. I mean, everybody has a different way of getting to this business and navigating through it and making their goals happen and continuing to grow. There's no cookie cutter way of doing this. And if anybody tells you, you do the classes and then you do this and then that's bull, man. That's bull. I would say you should move to LA It's whenever you can financially or however you can put that together, move to LA or move to New York, because those are the two kind of big film places. Atlanta too has some stuff going on, but I would say New York or LA still, and maybe Atlanta. Just move there, start working on sets, whatever you have to do. If you have to do extra work, Brad Pitt started out doing extra work. I don't know if you know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, in the 80s, he started out, he came into this business doing extra work, navigated through extra work. Eventually, the rumor is that he got booted out of the big casting company here, Central Casting, because he was leaving set, signing in, leaving set to go on auditions, and then coming back and signing out, and smoking weed on set, and just being a bad boy, right?
Yeah.
And that's why he said he would never use Central Casting to do extras on any of his movies because they booted him. That's the rumor. I'm not saying it's the truth.
Yeah.
But he started out doing extra work, and a lot of people did. A lot of big actors did. I think that's a way to get your feet wet and get into it and know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. When you getting the Greasy tattoo, dude?
I want to get one with my brother. We got a Bill and Ted one this summer. I want to get more matching tattoos with him.
Tim, I'm going to tell you right now, man, if you don't get this tattoo, you're making a big mistake.